I'm here today with author of brilliant new novel, Psychedelic Slacker. This is Alan Mark Train. Hello, Alan.
Good to be here. Is it Carl?
Absolutely not. K-Bird. Glad to be here as well. What about you?
Rasta Cruz is one of the few places where I can breathe oxygen.
So, do you think that the Psychedelic Slacker is going to be a cult classic?
I think it already is in some ways. My friends, I'm kind of famous in the circle of people I wrote about.
So why did you write the book, Mr. Train?
Well, actually, it kind of, for a while there, I didn't really write it. It kind of wrote itself. Chuckle, chuckle. Some inspiration behind it. But to the extent I was conscious I was writing it, I grew up young and restless in the Midwest, and I had to get it off my chest.
So what's it about, exactly, Mr. Train?
It's about a restless, rueful protagonist. Also got the name, the narrator Felix Skidwell, who wants to and does escape from Minnesota, the 1970s, and his conservative roots. And he has a lot of fun along the way. It's about things like open-air Grateful Dead concerts that kick his butt when he was merely 18, and getting ripped off by Tim O'Berry in Beverly Hills. So it has,
very, very interesting.
It spans 13 outrageous years.
So,
a lot of the people I knew, a lot of my friends, I wrote them in the book.
Yeah, interesting. They probably hate you for it, huh?
Maybe only one of them. Most people, get over it. Egos heal, and it's actually a pretty hilarious book, so if people need a little bit of perspective about yourself, you don't mind seeing, one guy said, yeah, you made me into a hapless comic character. And really had nothing to do with him at all. I was just having a good time along the way.
So how does it feel to be a fictional character?
That's something you'd have to ask these people, my friends, I guess, actually. Although I've always felt like a fictional character. It's maybe another reason I wrote myself into one. By the way, the reason it's a cult classic, too, is the narrator's name is Felix Skidwell, and the book is subtitled Felix Skidwell and the Pothead's Stone, which those people that like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone may see a parallel.
Or may not, but as we know, they will see possibly double lines after reading this.
That's correct. And,
so,
one of my friends read it twice.
Would you like to go ahead and read a chapter or a paragraph for us, Mr. Train?
I'll read an excerpt from one of the many parties in the book. In this one, a favorite cat named Kukaruku or Kook accidentally ingests peyote, and it's called Kook and the Peyote Party. It starts by going, Kook, which is pronounced Kukaruku, was a quiet cat and a fine friend. She was a quiet cat and a fine friend, but she never accompanied us on these confusing outings. However, before this night of the moronic convergence party was over, she would be a very stoned cat. Her fur was off-white, deepening to gray-white. Eyes on the greenish mosaic side with hints of blue-gray. This blue-gray greenishness was in common with my own hazel eyes. Anyway, Kook, like all cats, had a mind of her own. Her feline wisdom and mellow disposition tempered the healthy, chaotic karma that Marie and I, when at our best, generated and enjoyed. She was a good moonwatcher, too. And so, Peyote Place. Marie and the divergent elements of her crowd viewed the convergence as an important intergalactic milestone and have been searching for a distinctive way to kick it off. Anyway, if you want to know what goes on more at this party, I would either give me a ring or email me, or go ahead and get yourself a copy of the Psychedelic Slacker, which can be gotten from the Author House bookstore online at skidwell.com. SKIDWELLL. That's 2 L's, skidwell.com. It can also be ordered through the Author House bookstore at 888-280-7715. And if I had my way here, we'd go on with some more questions with our host, Carl, but we may continue on another episode. What do you think, host?
Very good.